Joanne and Allan, and this evening they were honoring me with a show of my artwork. It's mostly watercolor and ink with a little bit of gouache, and there's a few silk screens. And this one in particular is one of my favorite images in Jamestown. It's the Jamestown Bar. And I took a few liberties with it. It doesn't actually look as good as this right now. It's an older barn. And I really just love the structures in the older towns and the architecture, and I have a lot of fun taking pictures of buildings and then tweaking them, changing them up just a little bit, sometimes trying to restore them to what they may have looked like 20 years ago, or altering them enough that they don't look exactly like the same building. So my background's in drafting, and learned to sketch at an early age with my mom, sitting at the table with my mom, and found my love for watercolor through a school project that I wasn't given a choice of the medium that I could use. And at first it terrified me, and then I found that there were many ways to control and manipulate watercolor, and I just really enjoy the medium.
Hey, let me ask you, when you see a blank canvas, do you already have in your head what you want to do? Do you see that first, or does it develop as you start to create?
I actually plan things out. I usually draw the image about 3 to 4 times before I apply the watercolor. I first take different images, put them together, and create a composition, and then from that composition, I do a transfer, which I use tracing paper or heavy vellum. And so I go over the image again, and then I flip it and I put a heavier graphite on the back. So by the time I actually put it on the watercolor paper and start to apply the color to it, I'm really familiar with the image. I have a real good feel for what I want to do with it. And the longest part of the process for me is creating the composition. And then after that, everything just kind of flows.
Now, drafting is a very technical art, put it that way. And so you apply a lot of those principles to your water. And I understand you also do other types of medium also.
Well, that's where the ink portion comes in, because I really like to have details showing in the images, and I can pop it with the ink.
So what's in the future? What do you see with your work?
Well, I'm going to turn 60 next year, so I figured I might as well give it a whirl.
There's no way you're that old.
Yeah, I am. Mostly over the years of me doing, in the past I've done silkscreen and etching also. And every year I go back east to visit my family in Pennsylvania, and I carry a portfolio full of artwork, and everybody has it on their walls back home. So this year I decided I was going to kind of save it all up and do a show and see what happens from there. So just looking to see what type of response I get.
Well, good. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us, and you are definitely a nugget in the gold of the Mother Lode.
Thank you.